What is good, all of our listeners? Welcome to another episode of Games and Groceries. My name is Adam.
I'm Liz.
And in this week's episode, we're talking about the new Life is Strange 2 reveal trailer, what this is going to be talking about, what the topics are going to be. It's going to be a blast. I'm really excited about it. Life is Strange 2 coming out September 27th, episode 1 at least. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, Liz, as I ask every single week, how you doing?
I'm doing good. My birthday's next week.
Your birthday is next week. As your husband, I totally remember.
You do.
I do remember.
You better. I want pancakes.
Well, that's the thing is that like I remember your birthday is August 31st. Like I totally remember that. It's the fact that like I don't remember it's August already.
Yeah.
Or like the end of August.
I was honestly thinking that at work today. I was like, where did August go? Like we were talking about, oh, where did summer go? Blah blah blah. I'm like, where did August go? I was like doing something at work and I was writing the date and I thought about, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like the 8th or something. Like in my head, I did not realize it was the 20th. I'm like, oh.
I'm just seeing if you're in the shot.
Am I?
Kind of. A little bit. There's Liz.
Hey.
See, that I was listening to you, but I was just making sure.
We should honestly switch sides so I can do the camera, but that's weird. Anyway.
Next week.
No.
But
yeah, I'm like, where did August go? My birthday's the last day of August. So like, I wait all around all month, and usually I'm excited, but I'm just like, wait, it's here already?
I know.
I mean, I'm excited to turn 25 at the same time. I'm like, wait, it's here already?
That's the thing, is that like, I remember, but then I freak out. I'm like, wow, it's the end of August already. I still can't believe it.
I know.
But I mean, here we are. We got to August 20th. The reveal trailer just came out. So we're going to get to that as our big topic. But we have a few things to say before that.
Yeah.
With our today's sponsor, Nobody.
Nobody sponsors.
Nobody sponsors us. Not
Sponsor
yet.
us, please.
Woohoo. But yeah, we always start with our episode with just a mini discussion. This week it's back. Table Talk Topics is back.
You were all really sad last week.
It was really scary. I mean, last week we didn't have Table Talk Topics, and there was no lie, a mob outside of our house throwing rocks, sticks. The one person threw a boa constrictor.
You're so full of crap.
No, it's like totally. They were like, bring back Table Talk Topics, and I was like, please hold your boa constrictors. That sounds wrong, but here we are. We're bringing it back for another week of Table Talk Topics, where we get
Floki's joined the game today. Hi, babe.
So we take a deck of table topics right here. We shuffle the deck for no particular reason, just because.
I always wonder why you do that.
Just for that bit of tension, you know.
What tension?
The tension of what question? I clipped again.
No, that was me, I think.
No, I totally clipped. Here's the challenge for me every single week. Don't clip. It's a no clip challenge. So we shuffle the deck. We take 10 minutes of everybody's time, and it's just us to get to know us. If we ever have guests on, they'll partake in the table talk topics. Partooken. So we've shuffled the deck. I have the timer ready for 10 minutes. Now today's table talk topic is going to be, what question is it this week?
Who should try to be nicer to each other?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Who should
try to be nicer to each other? So, like, if we were a family, like if we were a big family, it would be like, who out of the 5 of us should be nicer to each other? Yeah. Like, if we had, like, a son and daughter, it'd be them.
I think I should be nicer to you.
I think you should, too.
Dag. Since it's not like a big family, I think it should be just a general speaking in the globe, you know, who should be nicer to each other.
I mean, everybody.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. We're about to get to this in the game news about a certain game that's having a lack of pre-orders because of a certain group. And I think that's wrong, but we'll get to that in a second. I just think with this whole political party deal, with the right versus the left, and if you're not right or left like we are, like we don't care.
Yeah. Or if you're just a regular person and not like, like you can be on the right and just be chill. You can be on the left and be chill. Like, there are plenty of people. It's the extremists that are fighting.
Yeah, it's always the extremists. And here's the thing. I'm just tired of fighting, you know? I'm tired of fighting people with political views that, you know, I won't even say that they're different from mine because I really don't care.
Yeah, I really don't care.
I honestly don't care. It's weird how it was okay to not care about politics up until this recent election, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there were people out there that, you know, I don't really care about politics. And they're like, well, okay.
I mean, we're kind of guilty of that, too.
Yeah.
Because the last election was the first one that we ever voted in.
Yeah.
Because we didn't care.
That's the thing. It was okay for us to not care.
Yeah.
You know? Now it's just a point of, like, I want to make this show kind of like, you know, like I do want to do a topic, how does the political climate affect gaming? But I don't want anybody to think that, like, we're going to take this to a political stance ever. Because
we don't care.
Yeah, it's whenever somebody asks me,
we're going to get yelled at so hard.
I know.
Because we're saying we don't care about politics.
It just comes down to the line of, like, are you right? Are you left? I'm tired.
That's why I'm tired.
I'm the tired party.
Nap.
I'm tired, dude. But yeah, I'm not afraid to say on this that we're a registered Green Party.
Yeah.
Like I voted Jill Stein. Who cares?
We've signed like 20 petitions in a week
like,
of Green Party members coming to our door.
They came to our house and they're like, "Hey, you're registered Green Party?" I literally said, "Sure, I'm Green Party."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, can sorry, that was one of my students. It's not an emergency, but yeah, one of them like came out like, "Oh, you're registered Green Party." I said, "Yeah, sure." And they're like, "Can you sign so that I'm on the ballots?" I'm like, "Whatever." And then they said, like, anybody else in the household a voter? I was like, I don't think so, because I didn't want to get you involved. Yeah. So to answer this question, who should try to be nicer to each other? Everybody, like, I don't care if you're on the right or the left or you don't care. Like, why are you attacking everybody? Like,
I want world peace.
Want world peace. I just want American peace, man. Like, I just want everybody to just not care anymore, you know?
Yeah,
like,
no, I completely agree. Like, I mean, you know, going to my family's house, who is very strongly opinionated in their political beliefs, it's like at least someone is always trying to get me like riled up, like fired up like them. I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't care. I don't follow it. Like, yeah, I'm passionate about certain things, but I'm not really. I don't feel like debating it with you.
Yeah, it's your side of the family that's very left leaning. But then we came from Lancaster that was very right-leaning.
Yeah.
Quick story on this podcast. There was one time where I was getting a haircut. Remember this story? Mm-hmm. Right before, this was maybe a month before the Trump and Hillary election.
Probably.
And I was getting my haircut by a new hair cutter place in Leola, Pennsylvania. And I go in, I'm the only person there. And I'm like, well, this ain't good. And so she says, "Oh, have a seat." And I'm like, "Okay." And then she's like, "Hang on." And she turns on the radio, and it's like this corny Christian music. And I was like, "Okay." And as she's like cutting my hair, and she's like, "Oh, what do you want?" And I was like, you know, told her my style. So in mid haircut, I won't even say mid, like just as she's starting, she's like, "So this is a crazy election, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of strange." And she's like, "Oh, do you know who you're voting for?" All I said was, I really don't care. Stops the haircut. With scissors in hand, sharp scissors, she then proceeds to tell me why Donald Trump will be the greatest president of all time. And
I don't know if you remember it, but I used to walk to work, and there was a house on my walk on the main street in Leola, and they had legit a like DIY wood pallet Trump sign hanging over their steps in front of their house. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Like, just to look at it, I'm like, wow. I was just blown away. I was like, wow, like you took the time to stain it, and paint that. That is some passion, and I just thought that was great.
And I feel like people do that just to troll other people.
Yeah.
You know, like rile up the soft snowflakes.
Oh, yeah.
And on the other side, on the left side, I feel like the left just does things just to rile up the right and just to, accuse them of things.
Everyone wants to make the other side look bad.
Yeah.
And really, everyone is just normal people, and we all need to chill out and respect each other's opinions.
Yeah.
And and I've always been that way. Like, Adam can attest to that. Like, I've always been the kind of person where I'm like, you do what you want to do. I'll do what I want to do. And, like, I don't really care. Like, I'm just the type of person, I don't care what your opinion is. You're still my friend, and I still love you. You're still my family. I still love you. Like, I don't care if we have separating opinions. Like, we don't have to talk about it.
We can just be people, man. Like, and, you came from a place of, I don't care. I used to be, back in high school and college, I was definitely a Democrat. And then I leaned more right later on in life. And now I'm just in this party. So I was both left and extreme right. Now I'm in a place of just like, I don't care. I really don't care. I'm 27 years old. I'm too old. Like, I'm too old for this. So just to wrap up this question, I don't mean to make it a political podcast.
But you did.
I did.
You made this all about politics.
But that's all that's happening nowadays. It's just like this argument of like, oh, who's the better politician? Who's the correct? I was about to say who's the right wing. Who is the correct political party to believe in? I don't care. I really don't care. Can we just stop accusing everybody of everything? Stop, like the right and the left. Needs to stop putting out death threats to each other.
Hug a tree.
Yeah. So for the
That's our party. Hug a tree.
Who should be nicer? Everybody should be nicer to everybody. Like, I don't care what
Even the squirrels.
So that does it with this week's Table Talk topics.
Way to take it serious, Adam.
I promise.
It's supposed to be light.
I promise this is not a political podcast. Be nice. Play video games. Boom.
Yeah.
Buy some groceries. Yeah.
You're so corny.
By the way, when I tweeted GPD to get something from him, because we were talking, I got an article from him. Someone commented saying, like, on our logo, they're like, hey, the two things I spend the most money on, games and groceries.
Exactly.
So if you want to tweet us your answers, who should try to be nice? Okay. Who should try to be nicer to each other? Tweet at us at Gaming Groceries. We would love to hear your answers and use the hashtag Table Talk Topics. But yeah, that's this week. And we have some time to spare. So
A whole
minute. So before we get started, I'm just making sure that that student who texted me, it's not an emergency. Sometimes it is. Okay. Yeah, it's not an emergency. Good. If it was, then I would completely stop this podcast.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, Table Talk Topics is back, everybody. So, now that you have that out of the way, just be nicer to each other. Play some video games with your friends. Buy groceries
Or
with them.
by yourself.
Yeah. Speaking of groceries, we went to Trader Joe's. That place is amazing.
It is. It's magical.
Yeah.
Except for the only thing I have that, like, it really bothers me that, like, it's so hard for me to buy healthy, organic, and not be allergic to it. It was because, like, I didn't even think about it when I went to go have, because I got the Puffins peanut butter cereal.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it's basically peanut butter Captain Crunch, but healthy. So I had it, and then when I went to go eat it yesterday morning, I was like, I didn't even check to see if I was allergic to it or not. Because sometimes people, like, add in other nuts with peanut flavored things that are healthy, and I'm like,
very quickly, can you announce almost everything you're allergic to?
Okay. I'm allergic to all tree nuts.
All tree nuts, but not peanuts.
Not peanuts, because peanuts are
tree.
not a nut. They're a legume. So I can have peanuts, which really throws people off when I tell them I'm allergic to nuts, and then they see me eating, like, a Reese cup. They're like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, eating a Reese cup.
Yeah, it's a lagoon.
It's not a lagoon. That's like a watery area. A legume.
A legume?
With an M.
Oh. I love the English language.
So I'm allergic to tree nuts. Most fruit, including apples, which I think I'm allergic to apples outside of the pollen allergy. The reason I'm allergic to all these things is really confusing. But apples, strawberries, peaches, anything like peaches, like mangoes and things like that.
Yeah.
Peppers.
Pears.
Pears. Well, that goes along with apples. I've never actually had a pear. I just
like
kind of
lots of fruit.
assume. Usually if they're related, I'm allergic to it. Yeah. Carrots. That's probably the strangest one in my opinion. I think my carrot allergy is the weirdest one out of all of them. Because who is allergic to carrots?
But basically, you're allergic to a lot.
I'm allergic to a lot. And with that, I'm also allergic to trees, grass, mold, dust, dogs, cats.
Mm-hmm.
I really shouldn't go outside of a plastic bubble. I need to be in a plastic bubble to go outside. And people think that I'm joking when I say I'm allergic to outdoors, but I am. I really shouldn't go outside in the spring and fall. I'm not supposed to ever open a window. I'm not supposed to ever have my windows down in the car.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to sleep with the windows open. My allergist even said, if you gotta turn the air conditioner on in April, you gotta turn the air conditioner on in April. I'm like, where did you grow up? My mom didn't turn the air conditioner on until mid-July just to save money on the electric bill. I was just I can't allow myself to turn the air conditioner on in April. Yeah. I like the windows. Also, I love the fresh air. So I really just spend my days pissing off my allergist because I completely disregard their rules.
But Trader Joe's seems like a nice place for you to go to, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Because at least what I can get is healthy. I just am very limited. I'm scared to have those waffles. Because the healthy waffles I got also had... Oh, pineapples. They had pineapple... They had, a ton of pineapple and, juice extra, concentrate. I'm just I don't know if I should have this. So I'm trusting my husband who said he thinks I'll be fine. So
I think it'll be fine.
I still haven't had them because I'm terrified.
Jeez. But yeah, go to Trader Joe's. Totally not sponsored,
awesome. Oh my gosh, we got sponsored by Trader Joe's. That'd be awesome. Floki, no.
But yeah, surprisingly good prices too.
Yeah.
So jumping from that, I'm sure everybody tunes into this podcast to learn about our allergies.
Yeah.
And Trader Joe's. But let's just hop right into the gaming news. We bored them enough with our political podcast enough. Yeah. I love how this is games and groceries.
At least the Trader Joe's was groceries. I mean, we were groceries. So we talked about groceries.
Game reviews and grocery reviews.
Oh my gosh, we should just start doing that.
Grocery reviews. Trader Joe's.
We tried a new store today. Oh my gosh, we can do that because they're building a Whole Foods across the street from Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
We're hippies.
Apparently.
Boom. So, getting right into the gaming news. I'm going to go through this really quickly because I really want to get into the Life is Strange 2 reveal. There's a lot to unpack there. But jumping right into this. Number one. So this is our top three. Number one, there's possibly, this is a rumor, but according to a Twitter user, also a very trusted insider, Marcus Sellers, predicts that there will be a new innovated Nintendo Switch come early 2019. So I'm assuming February or March, around the same time that the Nintendo Switch came out. He predicts, this is again Marcus Sellers, who is a trusted insider into the gaming industry, says that the new Nintendo Switch will be a 4K system, a lot more memory, has an SSD hard drive, so faster load times. He also mentions that with all these new innovations, all first-party Nintendo games will work both on the original Nintendo Switch and this new console. So first-party, like Mario games, Mario Tennis, Link, Zelda games, will work on both. But he says that third-party games, so like Bethesda games and Blizzard games, like Overwatch and Rainbow Six Siege, when they come on a Switch, they will only work on this new Nintendo Switch. So games like that need more hard drive. In fact, Ubisoft came out and said well, we can't put Rainbow Six Siege on the Switch just yet, because it can't handle the processing that we have. Yeah. So my thought is, one, this is exactly why I wait to get a new generation system. Yeah. Because later on down the line, they will fix things. So it's better to wait to get a Nintendo Switch until at least 2019. I still don't have a Nintendo Switch, but if this is true, I'm definitely waiting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good marketing move because that means, so you can play those more childlike games
Yeah.
on both of the systems, but they're getting you for the parent gamers who are gonna play those other games on
like a
it.
hardcore
so
gamers.
they're just like, oh, so we can get all the markets on the new one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
It's good, and then it's good that they're saying that like you can play both. It's also bad because what about the people who, especially if people don't hear this and they go out Black Friday, like I was planning to do. I was planning to get a Nintendo Switch on Black Friday.
Yeah.
You know, on a really good deal. What happens if they get it on Black Friday, or they open it up on Christmas morning?
Yeah.
Right, on a Nintendo Switch, and then this new 4K Nintendo Switch comes out. I'm not going to say like everybody's going to be like crying babies, but everybody's going to feel like they're ripped off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And my thing is that, like, yeah, it's like, oh, we got 4K, blah, blah. So the Switch came out a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And
it came out 2 years ago.
Came out 2 years ago. We had 4K 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just make the first system in 4K?
Well, I know that I can't remember what part it was. I think it was the CPU. I'm probably getting this wrong. Someone will correct me on Twitter. But it was it was some internal part inside the Nintendo Switch that was planned to be used, but Apple was taking the whole market. It had the monopoly on a certain part, so they had to downgrade a little bit.
So they should have waited till they could figure it out.
I agree. There's a lot of things that Nintendo Switch I was just kind of like iffy on.
Like, I just feel like if they put out the original for the money, they're like, oh, we can get money on this even without the 4K. But now that they can do 4K, they're like, oh, we'll just do it again, and they'll buy it.
Yeah, true. I mean, they're not as bad as Sony in the way of like lack of consumer care.
Yeah.
But Nintendo does like, you know, here's
when
a new.
In all honesty, Nintendo doesn't need the money.
No.
Like,
well, I mean, their stock market is actually their price in stock is actually decreasing since E3. It's weird.
People are mad at them, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like I don't know why they would be doing this. Now, this is just a rumor. This is not official.
Oh yeah.
But if they were to do this, I don't know why. Like
Yeah.
I get why. Like I get why from a business perspective. You know,
yeah,
now
I mean,
they can.
Yeah, of course they can. They have the money, and they know people are going to buy it.
Yeah. So I don't
But
know.
if they're doing it, they should put it out before Christmas.
Oh yeah, they should
or
put
hold off releasing it till Christmas of 2019, so that they can get even more people to buy it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because if you put it out early 2019, after the whole big Christmas sale, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, kids still aren't going to get it till next Christmas. But at least then parents will feel like, okay, I got a year out of it. I can buy them a new one.
Exactly.
Like, you know, like at least they feel like they're getting their use out of that first one they bought.
So, and it will put the original Nintendo Switch on a definite price decrease.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And if it doesn't, I'll be even more angry.
So, yeah, right? So we'll see if this happens, honestly. It's more of like, we'll see.
Just wait and see.
So the number 2 story I have is Battlefield 5. This is what I was talking about before. Battlefield 5 is having a lack of pre-orders, and pretty much all of the gaming community is blaming SJWs and anti-SJWs, saying like because women are in the game and it's not historically accurate because women are in like the fighting cause, I guess, then people are saying, oh, it's not historically accurate. I'm not pre-ordering the game, blah. When in all actuality, if you really look at the dates when it's coming out in between Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and working at a GameStop midnight release for Call of Duty fans. Oof.
Oh, yeah. I remember how late you were working that night.
Yeah. And it's coming out 2 weeks before Red Dead Redemption 2.
When you know a ton of people are buying that.
Yeah. No one cares about any other game in October. Red Dead is coming out. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. And as gamers, like that's why like a lot of gamers will watch E3 so that they know when all their games are coming out so they can see, all right, which one should I buy? Which one do, because you need to budget for games. Like they're like $60.
Yeah.
If you get the deluxe editions, they're like $80 to $90. Like
or 100.
Exactly. Gamers need to budget for games. And when it comes down to it, you can't spend $300. I mean, you can if you want to.
If you want to.
But most gamers can't afford $300 in 1 month to get all 3 of those games.
Yeah. Special editions too.
Exactly. So they're going to be like, all right, well, I'd rather spend the money on Call of Duty or I'd rather spend the money on Red Dead. Like I know you usually only get one new game a month.
Yeah.
If that.
If that, yeah.
Like usually, but yeah, like that's what you budget for. It's about the $60 a month for a new game.
And it's going to be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Exactly. Like you're not going to waste it on not a huge game that you've been waiting forever for.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be the same story when Starfield comes out and when Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls 6, everybody's not going to care.
Exactly. When those two come out, it's going to be the same story. And someone else is going to complain they're not getting pre-orders, being stupid and not realizing the release date that they chose.
Yeah. I definitely think that it is a factor into anti-SJWs because they are pretty prominent. But I don't think that's the only factor.
Yeah, it's not the only factor. I mean, of course, that is a small factor. But.
Yeah. When they say we're getting a lack of pre-orders because we put women in the game, you know, and now it's a divide in a political party. Or you're releasing in October with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. In the same way when Fallout 76, see, I brought Fallout 76 in this episode.
I was waiting to see what you would do.
When Fallout 76 said they were putting out our beta in October, I'm like, it better not come close to Red Dead Redemption 2 because guess where this guy's going to be come October.
Yeah.
Even in November. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out in like late October. Fallout 76 is coming out mid-November.
Yeah.
I might not be caring about Fallout 76 when Red Dead comes out. So when they say that it's because anti-SJWs are killing our pre-orders, no, that may be a small factor, and I will admit that's a factor.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not the reason.
It's not the huge reason.
You're releasing the same month as Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
Get over yourself, EA and DICE. I hate EA. Like, I hate them so much. I hate this new Madden. Anyways.
For anyone who's not watching the YouTube video right now, I'm having this conversation while rocking my dog who decided to jump up into my lap.
By the way, EA, why didn't you put Carson Wentz on the cover? I know it's a fan vote. I know whatever. I don't care. I'm bitter.
All right.
So, last bit of story because I want to jump right into this. So, last story, then we'll get into the Life is Strange 2 reveal.
Yeah.
While it's still fresh in our minds. So this just came to me in an email about the new pre-order system with Amazon.com.
Yeah.
I'm not very happy about it. The reason why I pre-order on Amazon, I wouldn't pre-order at all unless, Amazon. Because Amazon said, if you pre-order a game through Amazon, you get 20% off the game. So instead of paying,
that's only with Prime, right?
Only with Prime.
Yeah.
So if you're a Prime member and you pre-order on Amazon, you get 20% off. So instead of paying $59.99, you pay $47.99.
Yeah.
I love that. That's why I pre-order games to save money on games.
Because he's a cheap source, Rex.
Yeah. Now, instead of getting a 20% discount, you'll now get this weird...
Confusing.
Weird $10 Amazon promotional credits. So let me go through the highlights of this. I have some of the credentials for this, or some of the benefits. I don't know what this is. The rules of these. Explanation. So you will receive a $10 Amazon promotional credit per qualifying. So you'll get not just a $10 gift card to Amazon. You'll get a $10 Amazon promotional credits. Keep that in mind.
What does that even mean?
Well, we'll get right into it. You will receive an email from Amazon up to 35 days after the qualifying purchase. So it has to be a qualifying purchase. It's saying some games, select titles, you'll get this $10, right? So after 35 days, up to after 35 days, you'll get this $10 promotional credits. If any products, if any blah, blah, blah. Amazon has the right to refer. So then it says Promotional credit only applies to products and digital content sold by Amazon.com or Amazon Digital Services. So you can only use this $10 only on Amazon things. And it says select Amazon things. So it says almost everything Amazon sells. So you get this.
So basically, you just pay for the full game and get nothing in return.
I didn't say the best part, by the way. So again, you get this $10 promotional credit they can only use on Amazon items or select Amazon items, right? You'll get this 35 days after the purchase, this $10
When
promotional.
you forget you even made the purchase.
And then promotional credits expires after 60 days. So you have this $10 promotional. It's not a $10 gift card, keep in mind.
Yeah.
It is a promotional credit.
It's promotional for Amazon.
Yeah, it's promotional for Amazon. I understand why they're doing this. Don't get me wrong. I understand why. It's because they might be losing money on these pre-orders, 20% off. But it's such a bullcrap. It's almost like their rebate system. Like, oh, if you buy this, you get like a $2 rebate. You know, first you have to mail it in.
Yeah.
Or no, better yet, it's like Kohl's Cash. It's a lot like Kohl's Cash. You spend $50.
Spend $50. You get $10 in Kohl's Cash.
It's exactly like Kohl's Cash. You
is.
spend $60, you get $10 in Amazon Cash.
Yeah, you spend $50, you get $10 in Kohl's Cash, but you can't use that Kohl's Cash right away. Mm-hmm. You can't use it till a week later?
Yeah.
A week later, and then you have a week to spend it. Like, I just went to Kohl's. I just spent $50 at Kohl's. I don't need to go to Kohl's next week.
Yeah, and this is worse because you get this $10 promotional. It doesn't say it comes to you 35 days. It says up to. So you might get it a month and a couple days after you made this. After this promotional promotional item that you purchased. And then you have 60 days to use it only on Amazon products, but not all Amazon products. It says almost all. And it's just like, it's just the dumbest system. Why not just say we're just taking away the 20% credit and that's that? Like, this is insulting, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
it's mocking your intelligence by making you think that you get $10 gift card, basically. Yeah. That's what they talked around it.
I'm just making sure you're still in shot. But yeah, it's just I shouldn't be pissed off because it's still $10 that I can use. And also I buy mine with my Amazon debit card or Amazon credit card, so I wonder if I can use that $10 to pay off what's
Doubtful.
on. Yeah, that would be so dumb. That would be so dumb.
I doubt it, though. I 100% doubt it.
So if I buy a $60 game, $60 is now on my Amazon credit card. I get that $10 promotional credit, and I use that $10 to pay off $60.
They're not going to let you do that.
That would be so dumb if they didn't.
They're not going to let you do that.
Yeah, because it's a promotional credit.
I promise you they're not going to let you apply it.
It's so stupid. Anyways, but that's the only reason why I pre-ordered from Amazon at all is because I saved money.
Well, guess that's over.
Yeah, so whatever. I guess I'm going back to trading in games. I don't think I've spent a full $60 on a game in a long time.
Well, you're going to start.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not complaining about. I'm not complaining about it as if I'm whining about it. I'm more of just this is just a stupid system. Just tell me that you're taking away 20% credit and just be done with it.
Yeah, that's.
This is just a tease. Why are you doing this? I don't know. We're now 35 minutes into the podcast, so 34. So let's get right into this Life is Strange before I rant on about stupid Amazon. All right. The Life is Strange 2 reveal was finally released today. We just watched it just before recording this. You got home, we ate dinner, and we started watching this. There's a lot to unpack from this because it's very exciting. There's a lot that it explains from the teaser. Right? And it explains who the characters are. So let's get into that first.
Yeah.
The main protagonist looks like it's this older brother. So if you played Captain Spirit, there was two neighbor kids that saved Chris. It was this younger brother, Daniel, looks like his name is. The younger brother is Daniel.
We don't know the older brother's name yet.
Which is weird because he looks like he's going to be the main protagonist.
Yeah, but since the trailer was in his perspective, he wouldn't say his own name. Unless if he said, "My name is."
I was expecting to say that. Like, I was tweeting William Hella, and I was like saying, my prediction is the main character is going to meet Chris, and he's going, "Hi, my name's Chris. Hi, my name's," and then we fill in the blank from there.
But it sounded more of like he was doing, like it almost sounded like a diary type entry.
Mm-hmm.
You don't introduce yourself to your diary. Your diary knows you.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he's like saying like, "I don't know how I'm going to take care of my brother."
Exactly. It's mostly his own.
And for guys, it's a journal, not a diary.
Whatever. It's more of his internal thoughts that we heard.
Yeah.
Rather than him introducing himself to someone or writing a book. Like, he wouldn't say his name. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't waiting for him to say his name, but, I mean, we'll learn it. His little brother's going to call him or say something to him in the game. Unless his little brother's mute or something.
No, Daniel does say something in the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does talk a little bit. But it's mostly this older brother that I watched this 5 times, I want to say.
Yeah,
I didn't hear his name at all.
Which is fine. I mean, his name's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal, but we're just going to say the older brother.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say the older brother from here on out. And then we'll just refer to the younger brother as Daniel, just to make it less confusing.
Yeah.
So the older brother is the one with the powers.
That's what we're assuming. We don't actually know.
I mean, I think we know. I mean, it's...
But that's what I mean. Like, you don't know for sure. It's just that the trailer implies it.
Yeah. It implies it, and so this is something we disagree on, me and Liz.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of implying powers, okay, if you look at the trailer, you'll see the older brother open up a newspaper article
of what happened that day
in the teaser trailer. From the teaser trailer where the officer died. So he opens up this news article, and the camera shakes and shifts just like in Life is Strange episode 1, where Max, she takes a photograph and goes back in time by focusing on the photograph, right?
Yes.
It shakes and shifts just like in season 1. Okay, so
he's so salty about that.
I am, because it's so true. He takes the article and it shakes and shifts just like Max did in time shifting. And then the camera cuts back to that day.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the older brother has the same time traveling power as Max in the way of like he focuses on an image and he goes back into that time sentence. You say no. It's okay to be wrong, though.
I think they want you to think that. I think that he just has a flashback. Mm-hmm. Because the image that they showed didn't show him trying to change anything in that scene. Yeah. It just showed that scene again. Like,
yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I also think that it would be a waste of a game to have the exact same power, because in my opinion, that's almost like the same game. You keep trying to go back in time and nothing changes. You can't change what's going to happen. Like, to have the exact same story to have a different story, but with the exact same, like, theme, like, you can't change destiny or anything like that. Like, you know, like, I don't know. I just think that would be a waste. I think you're wrong. And I think I'm right.
I mean, yeah, because, it would be, now that you say it like that, in a way of like, they're trying to harp on the whole topic of you can't change destiny, and they're doing. I could hear them. I could hear my dog. You guys shut up.
I'm trying to sleep.
But yeah, so I get that, and talking about how they want you to think something. Mm-hmm. Here's another thing. If you really focus in on the trailer here. Mm-hmm. Liz caught this. I'm going to give all credit to Liz because I almost thought, again, the camera jumps or the way the reveal trailer was cut.
Like the way they cut it, yeah.
Yeah, the way they cut it. So at the 4-second mark.
Yeah, and only if you're watching the Life is Strange channel. Because they don't show it on the PS4 channel.
Yeah. Well, not that I saw, anyway.
I didn't see it. But it wasn't until we watched it on the Life is Strange channel.
So if you go onto the Life is Strange YouTube channel and you find the reveal trailer, at the 4-second mark, if you pause at the 4-second mark, you see the older brother punching somebody Okay, so I thought it was a police officer because if you watch it at full speed, you see the older brother punching somebody, and then the police officer falling backward, thrown back.
He didn't fall. He was thrown. He was off the ground.
Back. And that's the thing is that I was like saying, "Oh man, the older brother punched a police officer," and she said, "No, pause it." Liz said, "Pause it" at the 4-second mark. The person.
Oh my gosh! Stop it.
The person. Excuse me, audience. So the older brother is punching somebody, but she pointed out, no, look, you pause it, and the person that the older brother is punching is wearing a baseball t-shirt.
Yeah, and he didn't have a hat.
He didn't have a hat.
And so I said, I'm like, he's not punching a police officer. That guy doesn't have a hat and he's wearing a baseball shirt. Mm-hmm. That's probably the punch that he threw as the cop came to the house and saw.
Yeah.
And that's why the cop came up. And the image you see of the cop being thrown back is after he uses whatever he has to push him back. Like,
yeah.
I mean, punches are hard, but I don't think that lifts your feet off the ground and make you fold in half.
I have a theory here about one of the themes that Life is Strange 2 is going to tackle. I think it's going to be tackling racial divides. Mm-hmm. Okay, because we see that Daniel and his older brother. I don't know if they're Indian or they're Spanish. I want to say.
I don't know because the woman they end up living with last name is Reynolds.
Well, no, like that has nothing to do with their heritage. I think they're Hispanic, but they're. I don't know how to say this. I'm going to say they're Hispanic.
Yeah,
and then I'm going to be completely wrong and be like, oh, Games and Groceries are racist.
They're white. Watch them be white. Because I've had it happen to me so many times in shows. I'm like, yeah, they look Hispanic. And the whole show's like, they're white. And I'm like, okay.
But the person that the older brother is punching is clearly white. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that the older brother punched him in defense because this white person is saying racial slurs about him or his family.
Yeah.
And because there's this whole racial divide happening today, and Life is Strange is known to tackle modern problems here, I'm thinking that this white person comes up, says some racial slurs to the older brother. It looks like he's punching him out of defense or out of just like, not even out of defense.
He looked like he was angry.
Yeah,
if you do that pause that Adam was talking about, if you look at his face, he looks angry. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think anyone punches anyone when they're like, oh, yeah, you're the best friend I ever had.
You never been around guys then.
No, you guys become friends after the fight, not before.
So I'm guessing he punches him. Someone calls in a police call saying that, like, oh, look, it's another racial divide, or I don't know how they talk on police phones, things. Yeah.
Yeah, but no one called the police because his siren.
Oh, you're right. Because
no one called the police. Like I said, he probably just drove up and saw him punch him.
Yeah, fight in progress.
Yeah.
So the police officer saw this, and he's holding his gun up to the entire family. It looks like from the teaser trailer. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be talking about police brutality as well. You know.
I mean, that's even what the news article said in Captain Spirit, was that there were riots because of police brutality. So I'm guessing that the older brother is defending his family's honor, right? Mm-hmm. As if he's a samurai, you know. He's Mulan.
He's Mulan. Wow, racist. But
what?
But I'm guessing that there will be some racial divides here, that police brutality will be into play.
Yeah.
The police will see this Hispanic person punching a white person. Mm-hmm. The police officer gets out, calls for backup. That's what this whole game is going to be about.
Yeah.
But yeah, pause at the 4-second mark. You can clearly see that it's not the police officer, but they cut it in the way where you think that Daniel's punching a police officer.
It's a really good cut. Like, they cut it super close.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and the other thing I wrote down here is that it looks like because of this whole racial divide thing, and the whole seriousness behind that, this looks like a much darker tone. It's no longer going to be this lighthearted, chill adventure.
I'm going to miss my indie music.
I know. Like, Life is Strange, both Before the Storm less than season 1.
Yeah.
I feel like Before the Storm was darker.
little.
Yeah, it was like that little step darker.
But this one even seems darker than Captain Spirit, too.
Captain Spirit was a lot lighter. It had its dark tones, but so did...
But it was a lot lighter because
Yeah.
it was about a, 9-year-old boy, you know?
Yeah.
Who's pretending to be a superhero. Like, of course it's going to have a lighter tone. Whereas this one is about two brothers on the run from the police.
Exactly.
Because his brother potentially killed a cop, you know?
And that's the other thing is that, like, because it looks like he killed it. Well, yeah, he did kill his cop.
Yeah, the powers is what threw him off, and the
article said that the officer was dead. Not wounded, he was dead.
Yeah, he died.
So he is a convicted murderer. It doesn't matter if it's the defense, because, again, I think this game is going to go into racial divisions in this, that a Hispanic person... Wachi's not even Hispanic, and I'm going to be completely wrong.
People are going to hate you now.
I know, but I think it's going to be Hispanic culture also.
Yeah.
But I think that the news article is going to say that it's really going to go into the racial divide.
Yeah.
That he killed an officer, not of defense, but because he killed an officer. He punched a white person. He killed an officer. And that's what this game is going to be driving into. And that's why the protests are happening. But like you said, because of police brutality.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a huge thing. That's really going to set the tone for this entire game. Speaking of setting a tone, I think that episode 1 is going to be... I sound like I'm about to cry, but it's actually I'm holding in a burp. And I'm trying...
You're burping a lot. No more beer for you.
It's like, you remember Willy Wonka?
Yes.
And that place where they just burped and they kept flying away. The bubble room.
They had to burp to get down.
Yeah. I feel like that's where I am. I sound like I'm really emotional, but I'm really just holding in my burps.
Disgusting.
I know. But I think that episode 1 is really going to start setting a tone. You're not going to see Chris until end of episode 1.
Yeah.
Because...
maybe.
This reveal trailer, you don't see Chris at all, and this looks like it's going to be in the fall. You see in the teaser trailer that it happens October 28th, right? Mm-hmm. And it looks like Captain Spirit takes place a month after, because you see the news article, and it says 1 month after the police officer dies. So this might be November 28th, November 29th, around that time. So I think that episode 1 is just going to be them traveling outside of their home, and it's going to, I don't know how it's just going to end up. It's just going to be weird because
the first episode might be them getting to Chris's neighbor's house.
I think it's going to be getting to Chris's neighbor's house, and then
it'll end with them saving Chris from falling out of the tree.
Yeah, it will end on Chris falling from the tree, like you said. The older brother will save him from his perspective. You will see Chris fall from the tree.
We'll get to save Chris.
Yeah, but Chris is... I will bet money that Chris is going to be a main part of the game, because I've also written on my notes here that if you look at the Steam description, if you look at the description on Steam, I've also taken this from an IGN article, although with the whole Dead Cells debacle, who knows if IGN's right anymore. But on the Steam description, you'll see that Captain Spirit, quote unquote, will link to your Life is Strange 2 experience.
Yeah, so the choices you made in Captain Spirit will... So you know that Chris is going to be playing a big part in this game.
Yeah.
You're just not playing as him.
Yeah. I don't know.
So it would depend on... Because if they're living with Mrs. Reynolds, then that means that whatever Chris said to her will affect her attitude, the way, whatever they could have heard next door that was going on, that'll affect it. Whatever you chose to dress Chris in will affect it.
Will affect, like, if you got heavy armor or light armor.
Exactly.
And that would be really cool if that, like... When he's falling out of the tree, he falls out and is in your armor that you designed. Yeah. And he has that complete armor set. Yeah. So I think Chris will be with this gang in his 3. So it'll be the older brother, Daniel, and Chris. Yeah. In episode 2, though. I don't think Chris is going to be in all of episode 1.
No.
It's just going to end.
You got to introduce a story a bit.
Yeah. And like I said, in a reveal trailer, it looks to be like this is all taking place in the fall.
Yeah.
You know? So
that scared the crap out of me. Anyone who can't hear that, our dryer finished, and it has this loud buzz, and it made my heart jump.
It was. I said my theory, and the dryer's like,
you're wrong.
But so yeah, I think episode 1, they're just gonna be runaways. It's gonna be a new journey. It will end on your interaction with Chris.
Yeah.
And then Chris will be in episode 2.
Yeah.
Because if you end Captain Spirit, you'll see Captain Spirit again in Life is Strange 2. It didn't say episode 1. It just said Life is Strange 2.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, for all we know, all of Life is Strange 2 is going to be their journey, and Chris is just going to be in the last episode.
That could be true. Yeah. I hope it's not, because I love Chris. I know.
Yeah. And no, that wouldn't be right, because then the only way that your choices in Captain Spirit would affect this game is your outfit choice.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which would just be mean to tease about.
Yeah. I think Captain Spirit matters. They wouldn't have promoted Captain Spirit.
Yeah, they wouldn't have made a whole game for it.
Yeah, if it didn't matter. Yeah, just for an outfit. You know, I think Chris will play a huge role in Life is Strange 2, but he'll start in episode 2.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be in episode 1 for too long, or at least the first half.
Yeah.
He might be in the second half of.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll have to wait.
But I'll put my money on it ends on your interaction with Chris. Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely just a much darker tone. What else do I have written down here? It's just mostly that. And the fight begins with the older brother punching the man in defense. I've already said that. The other part is, now I want to look this up before. I want to see why the first Life is Strange was rated M. But can you read for the audience as I look it up why Life is Strange 2 is rated M?
So Life is Strange 2, I noticed, was rated M for violence, blood, sexual themes, drug reference, and strong language. If you think about the first Life is Strange, that had strong language. It definitely had drugs.
Yeah.
It did have sexual themes, actually, because Jefferson, that was sexual.
Okay, so...
And there was blood and violence. So, it still follows Life is Strange, the first one. Why was that rated? Am I wrong?
No, Life is Strange. Okay, so I have this written down verbatim. So rated M. So Life is Strange 2. I was thinking this is going to be a much darker tone because Life is Strange 2 is rated M. Very firstly, violence.
Yeah.
And then blood, sexual themes, drug reference, and strong language. I'm like, violence and blood. Like, this is going to be a strong, dark tone. But if I see here, I'm reading this on the ESRB.org. This is the official site for the ESRB. Life is Strange is rated M for blood. Now get this, intense violence. So the very first Life is Strange is intense violence.
Oh, because of the gun.
I guess because of the gun, and also, I don't know.
Probably, there's murder, like cold-blooded murder in the first one. So that's probably what they mean as extreme violence. Like, they don't shoot,
intense
they don't just shoot, yeah. Like, they're not just shooting people. He drugs them, overdoses them, and buried one of them in the ground. Like, you know what I mean?
So comparing, so everybody who's played Life is Strange, like, think about everything that happened. If you're a fan of Life is Strange, by the way, if you haven't played Life is Strange, what's wrong with you?
Shame on you. And also, why are you listening to this?
Why are you listening to this? So let me read Life is Strange 2. Okay, Life is Strange 2, right? Violence. Life is Strange 1, intense violence. Okay, so if we're comparing Life is Strange, if that was intense violence and this is only just violence, it's not going to be as dark in some of the dark scenes. It probably means
violence from that very first scene.
Yeah.
That's probably all the violence it has. Because if you're thinking about two brothers on a journey, how much violence is there going to be?
Yeah.
Between the two of them.
And the other part is that, like, this also has blood and sexual themes. Sexual themes because they're teenagers. They talk about sex, I guess. I know the young people. They talk about the sex.
Oh, my goodness.
But here's something interesting. Life is Strange was rated M because of use of drugs and alcohol. Use of drugs and alcohol. Life is Strange 2 is rated M because of drug references. So Life is Strange got M because of use of drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
This is just drug reference.
Yeah. So it just mentions it.
Yeah. And then also both have strong language, which,
I mean,
duh.
Yeah.
You know. But that's interesting, though. I didn't even look up to this until this episode. But yeah, Life is Strange, the very first one, according to the ESRB rating board,
was much worse.
ESRB rating board. RB stands for rating board. So the Entertainment Software Rating Board, it said worse. Like you said,
it was
intense violence. This is just violence.
Yeah.
You know? So that's interesting. So I don't know how dark this is going to be. I think it's just going to be more.
I think it's just a dark theme, but it's not actual dark appearances. Yeah. It's just a dark theme.
I don't think there's going to be another Mark Jefferson character in this game.
No.
Like, it's not going to be like that.
It's not going to be that type of story. I don't think there's going to be too much of a mystery to it like Life is Strange was.
No, there's not going to be like...
I mean, of course there's going to be a twist. Like,
yes.
Even Before the Storm had a twist in it.
What was the twist? By the way, spoiler alert. What was the twist?
The twist was the fact that Alice was her mom.
Right. I'm sorry. Well, like, because the Life is Strange twist was so nuts.
Oh, like, yeah, Life is Strange twist. I lost my mind. I was like, what? I'm like, you let me play this game?
Yeah.
Like, I yelled at you. Like, you let me play this game? And you let me be nice to him? And I was so mad at you.
I was just sitting back on episode 4, and I was just like, it's coming. Like, and then you see the twist, and it's just like, whoa. But yeah, there's going to be a twist to this game, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But it's interesting to see that, like, the reason why Life is Strange was rated M was way worse than why this is rated M.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I think it's just going to be darker themes, not darker actions.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
I think it's going to be a lot more serious tones to it than Life is Strange, the original season 1. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm very excited from this Life is Strange.
Yeah, definitely.
So
now we have to wait a month.
I know, like... Wow, more than a month. It's nuts.
A month and 7 days.
So, just to wrap up with our theories, the older brother punches a guy that starts this fight. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not the police officer, right? He's actively punching somebody because I think that the white guy is going to be saying some racial tones to the older brother.
Yeah.
He's defending his family, so he punches him out of just sheer frustration.
Yeah.
You know, the police officer comes at the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Sees the older brother punching this guy and just sees, racial divide. Here we go. He comes out with a police brutality mindset of, shoot the bad guy, and he's defending him. He's defending Daniel and everything, but the police officer is pointing the gun to the entire family at this point. Mm-hmm. Probably shoots his parents. I don't know.
They didn't mention that. They mentioned one dead guy and one dead cop.
You're right.
I don't think the whole family was there.
The whole family and the dog that gets shot.
Oh my goodness.
Also the grill gets shot.
Okay, you're done.
But yeah, so the older brother punches the guy because of frustration. Police officer comes up, points his gun at the whole family. The older brother is defending somebody, gets so scared. I think that's when he finds out about his telekinesis. Yeah. Pushes him back because he doesn't know he has these powers. So he's just saying, please, no. And just like when Max finds her powers in the bathroom.
In a time of stress.
Mm-hmm. And a gun, by the way.
Yeah.
Then pushes the police officer by accident, kills him, takes his brother on the run.
Yeah.
This is going to be all about police brutality, racial divides. There's going to be other themes. Just like Life is Strange had the theme of, the opening theme of just friendship and you can't change fate. This is going to be the main theme. Brotherhood. And
taking care of family.
Yeah, taking care of family, racial divisions, police brutality.
Yeah.
They're going to be runaways in episode 1. Episode 1 is going to end on your interaction where they save Chris, right, in the treehouse. And that's how episode 1 is going to end. And then all of your choices from Captain Spirit will play into episode 2.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think that, episode 1, they're going to... Oops, camera
Went
turned
out like a minute ago.
Yeah, camera went out. Episode 1 is going to promote Captain Spirit again. So you'll see Chris falling. People who haven't played Captain Spirit will be like, wait, who's this guy? And then they'll go on another promotion of Captain Spirit. Like, why don't you go ahead and download Captain Spirit, do some choices in Captain Spirit. The second episode, all of your choices in Captain Spirit will go into episode 2.
Yeah.
That is our theory here at Games and Groceries. And you can take it or leave it.
Yep.
The other part I was thinking about, we watch this, by the way, I want you all, if you're listening to this, go and find the YouTube channel, William Hella. Also follow him on Twitter. He's this really neat guy. Does these phenomenal Life is Strange breakdowns.
Oh, yeah.
Like
they're mind-blowing.
Yeah. He breaks down the teaser trailer.
I mean, he called the brothers being the main characters a while ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
Even before the teaser, he had that theory.
In a galaxy far, far away, he did this. The camera's off. You didn't see the eye roll. Oh, no. But go check out this guy, William Hella. And William, if you're listening to this, tweet at us. Would you like to be a guest on the podcast? Come Life is Strange episode 1 to tell us your thoughts. And if he doesn't tweet at us, I will tweet at him. I have many skills. Wait, what's the line?
I don't know what you're talking about.
From Taken. And it's
I only saw that once.
Shaken, not stirred. Is that Taken? Hunt for Red October.
Okay, we're going to go now.
No.
Say bye-bye.
All right, so just to remind everybody, thanks again for listening. You can tweet at us at Gaming Groceries. I was about to say Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at Games and Groceries, but follow us also on Twitter at Gaming Groceries. Also, subscribe to William Hella. Great YouTube channel. Phenomenal.
Also, subscribe to us, please.
Yes, subscribe to us. While we're here,
on YouTube.
Let's go over what we're going to be planning on doing in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, not next week. Next week we'll have a regular podcast.
Yeah, next week will be a regular podcast. I still don't know what the topic will be. I always change in the middle of the week. Yeah. But the following week,
we are going to be on vacation, and we might not have time to record ahead of time. So I had an idea that we're going to go to Roots Country Market in Lancaster County, which we like to go to, and we're out there because it's a huge flea market thing that they have every week. And last time we were there were so many different vendors with so many video game consoles, games, and random stuff that you can get that I thought we will do a vlog. So we won't be able to post it on Anchor or anything. It'll just be a video. You
on
can
YouTube.
go on our YouTube channel and watch it. A vlog of us going around the market, seeing what type of bargain gaming things we can get or someone else will get, to kind of bring awareness to look into your local flea markets and thrift stores to see what you can get, because sometimes you can get pretty good things.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be in 2 weeks. You can subscribe to us. You can just find us on YouTube, Games and Groceries podcast. We also post the video version of this podcast on YouTube.
Yep. That comes out usually Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, because, we work full-time jobs. Liz does the editing.
I do the editing after work, and I get work home at 5. And once I get finished editing, it takes like 12 hours to finish.
Yeah.
Rendering, so it's usually ready by Wednesday morning.
Right on. But yeah, we thank you again for listening to this episode of Games and Groceries. Be in tune. Tune in. Be sure to. Yeah.
Things.
Be sure to. There you go. Be sure to tune in next week where we will talk about a topic. Something. Again, I will remind everybody to subscribe to us on YouTube. Find Games and Groceries podcast. Find us on Instagram. I'm always posting memes on there, behind the scenes photos.
Pictures of Floker pants.
Pictures of our dog Floki.
Who's licking my ankle.
Gross. You can find us on Instagram, Games and Groceries. And then finally, follow us on Twitter at Gaming Groceries. Interact with us. Tell us your table talk Table Talk topic answer using the hashtag Table Talk Topics. The question is, who should try to be nicer to each other? So thank you again for listening to this week's episode. We hope to find you next week. We love you all. Have a good night.
Bye. 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 Bye.